Are you ready? That's right, it's time to gear up for a good time in Akron, and today marks the 50th anniversary of Rubber City Comics. We're going to welcome Justin, Jonathan, and Jason. You brought all the J's with you today.
We did, all the J's.
Where's the Jason? Where's the Justin? Where's the Jonathan? There we go, we got them all in order here. Hey, so 50 years, that seems like, is it the oldest comic book store like in Ohio?
In Ohio, for sure. Definitely not countrywide, but Ohio for sure. There's a couple people have documented it on YouTube and stuff. So, yeah, it's been fun.
So 50 years ago, what do you think the store looked like?
It actually started out in Quaker Square, so kind of an Akron
in the big
staple.
silos.
Yep, so it was in that space there, and we're going to be teasing on our socials some historic photos all month long.
So what has survived in this business for 50 years, like since the beginning?
Well, we've got a bunch of the original shelving units and displays and things actually from that original Quaker Square space. But the coolest thing to survive, I think, is really our customer base. There are our general manager, Chris, was there on opening day on April 1st, 1974.
So how old is that guy?
Well, at least 50.
Well, I'd say so. Probably at least 60, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did it survive here at this store for so long? Who knows the answer to that?
So it started in Quaker Square, and it's had 7 owners, but it never closed. The name has changed 4 times, I think, but it just like moved around at certain points in its life that people just grabbed it and didn't want it to die, if you will. So they'd move it. It went to a soup kitchen in the back for a little while, and then it moved here and it moved there, and so it's in its probably 5th location right now, right downtown.
So Rubber City Comics. What makes these stories, these mini books, popular beyond youth? Like, you're a young kid, you see the pictures, it's flashy, it's cool. What's in it for adults? What keeps the adult audience engaged?
Well, there's a lot of storylines that a lot of people they've grown up with and continue. There's a lot of new books that are coming out, and overall, it's just it's a very iconic. And a lot of nostalgia that goes with them.
So somebody comes in the store, like you got this big event happening. When's the event start?
So
Today.
So we're doing stuff all month long, but our big party is going to be in the evening of April 11th. So not this Friday, but next Friday.
Okay, so you got all these people coming to the party. People that are comic book fans, what do they do? They riff on the characters? They second guess characters? What's the conversation like amongst lovers of comics?
I think it's a whole community, so everyone jumps in for a different reason. We have customers that love the art element. They'll take blank comic book covers and make their own art, their own characters. And then there are people who follow just a specific storyline, and they've been following that for decades. And then some people make up their own stories or are always looking for the newest thing.
Yeah.
So what's so cool, I found, as someone who didn't grow up with comic books, is a main interest of mine, is that no matter what somebody comes into that community with, what they kind of grab onto, they have a space and a home there.
There's so many levels to appreciate and enjoy comics too. I mean, the storyline is one thing. I mean, create storylines like Superman, something it's still growing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's effervescent. It keeps on.
He has a big year this year.
Yeah.
Big history, big anniversary himself. So it's Superman's, from Cleveland, stuff like that. So it should be good.
How about the art?
The art is really, that's one of the things that I originally got into comic books for, was the art, and I didn't read a lot of the stories. And I've made it a point now to go back. There's so many that I collected over the years because I was a fan of the artist. Yeah. And now it's time to pick up a lot of those old books and go through.
And how about the collectors? Are there collectors into this just because of the value of a collection? I mean, they look at it from another perspective?
Yeah, you typically have your speculators, which are your people that buy. They buy like 10 of an issue.
They don't have to read.
Yeah, hoping, they may not even read. But you have the speculators, and you have the collectors that buy one of everything, and then you have the ones that'll buy 2, which will be one to read, one to keep in a plastic bag, and then you have the kids that they buy them and toss them and that type of thing. So yeah, there's different levels of collectors, but there is speculators. Like they try to figure out what artist is hot. Like right now, it's Mark Spears, Peach Momoko. They'll buy those books, and they're instant money. Like they're double. The day they come out, they're worth double.
RubberCityComics.com, right?
That's it.
Yep.
Check it out. Go to the website. Find out when all the big events are happening, and get engaged. And I tell you, the art has always been fascinating to me.
Mm-hmm.
You love the stories, but the art is like, it's always out there.
Yeah.
You've got a space in the community too.
Hey, how about that? Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate it.